So, as you can see, I got the head off. I couldn't really film it because these bolts were fighting us the whole entire time. It was pretty ridiculous. But I did have my buddy Mike come over, and he gave me a hand, and he was pretty much just holding the engine while I was cranking on it. But I got it off. Everything looked good. Everything came off good. It's got these older style ARP studs that don't really have the Allen key bolts in there. I'm pretty sure that's just because they're old. I don't really know. One of you might tell me something different, but yeah. Everything checked out over here. It definitely looked like it had a head gasket problem, and I'll show you that in a second. I'm basically at this point gonna rip the pans off. I don't know why I haven't ripped the pans off yet. I think I was just trying to not make a mess, but rip the pans off, rip the oil pump off, and I'm gonna film all that because that's probably where I'm gonna find all the damage that you guys want to see. Anyway, at least that's what I would want to see. I'm not expecting it to be crazy, by the way, either. Disclaimer. I mean, I'm looking for maybe just broken guide somewhere or something that's making a little bit of a tapping noise. It was pretty consistent on rev, but nothing at idle. Only heard it in like mid-range. Like car was making good compression and everything as far as I could tell. It was still pulling pretty good, so I didn't really notice anything was wrong as far as the head gasket, but I clearly can show you that. It's missing a huge chunk like right here. I'm not sure if y'all can see that or not or whatever. It's kind of hard with the light, but I'm trying to get it to gleam right. Definitely cracked right here. There's some spots here where you can see where like a water jacket has like bare metal all the way to the cylinder wall, and I'm not sure if that was leaking or if it was just, you know, wear or whatever. I'm gonna tell you that some of the bolts were definitely a little bit tighter than others, but I don't know if it was a non-torque wrench using thing before, but this motor has done me very well, ladies and gentlemen. I've had this thing for about 10 years, I would say myself, or at least close to it, and I've been thrashing it pretty much all 10 years of those. I don't daily drive, though. I have daily driven it in those times, but not for very long periods, a year maybe. Yeah, this motor's done me good, so I can't complain. And that's the other thing, too. I kind of checked the block just to see if there was any, like, rod damage or anything like that, and the only thing I really came up with was like there's some water burn marks, or that's the only thing I could think that did this, where it was definitely like igniting really hot on these corners and definitely causing some issues. Maybe that's where the head gasket was blowing out at. I'm not really sure, but there's not much that I can do. The cylinder walls look great, especially, you know, because I did a compression test on the block not too long ago, and I came up with like really good numbers across the board. I can't remember what it was, but I want to say it was like 160 all the way across. So I can't really complain, or 170, something like that. So I can't really complain about that. You know, I want to basically take this head to my buddy BJ and let him tell me what's up with it. Maybe put some valve stem seals in it while he's at it and make sure it's not cracked. Basically give it a rundown, make sure that there's no issues there that he can see or verify. And basically, you know, I'm gonna try to put some money in this thing and give the next owner something that he can actually, you know, enjoy. And it's probably what the car community's missing, is a lot of this integrity. And I don't want to sell this car at the price that 240s are going for these days, because I'm not planning on selling it super cheap. I'm going to try to, you know, might sell my, you know, by the time it's painted, I might have it up to 8 or 9 grand, and I don't want somebody to spend that much money and then come back at me and say that I did something stupid or wrong or whatever. And I've been doing this a long time. You can just look at this shelf right here. It'll tell you a whole bunch of stories, but most of these parts here are all for the SR right here behind me. But got some short block Chevy stuff and things like that going on for this S13 Coupe right here, if you can't tell. Bam, 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 bam. But yeah, that's basically where I'm at with this thing. Rip the pans off, rip the oil pump off, look for damage. You'll get to see all that coming up here shortly. And that's basically it, man. Send this guy over to my buddy and see what he says, and basically replace everything. New chain, new guides, new tensioner, you know. It's probably about it. New head gasket, obviously. Probably take these studs all the way out and, you know, run something over this. Not sure what yet, but I'll figure it out. Some 3M scuffies or something. Good. Remember, kids, always put your bolts, always put your nuts inside of bags for shit like this. That's how you end up one missing or some craziness. Ask me how I know. Oh, don't. So, yeah, time to rip that cover off. Damn. Okay. I don't really use this thing a whole lot, but see why it could be useful. It's basically got enough torque, it just pops them loose. I think I replaced the studs on this not too long ago. One more. So that's probably why they're coming out all nice and easy. Yep. Classic PLO fashion. Painted a little black underneath there. I gotta get this big boy off. Let's do that. I don't know. Wow. Okay. Got that. I feel like that wasn't very tight. Something's leaking over here. I think my gun needs a little bit more Teflon. Let's try some of this. Couldn't hurt, right? Can't hit. How worse could it get? Right. It's already chipped. What a bitch. Oh. Wow, what a bitch. Only a couple more now. That one, this guy. I just realized too that I'm gonna have to take the oil pan off. Which, I don't know why I didn't take it off yet. I think I was just trying to keep all the crap in the bottom. So a little trick for you guys. Just can't be too crazy with it, because you might bust your pipe. But, usually works wonders to get that little thing off there. It's gonna be a pain because they have those washers and they're like deep up in there. Sometimes it's easier to do with the motor flip the other way, but I don't like bending over, especially when I've been working all day. So here we are. Right off the bat, I don't see anything crazy alarming here. Some gasket maker and shit in here. My little door baffles and everything seem to be fine. Everything looks good. Almost there. Forgot about this baffle in here. Gotta get rid of the baffle. Oh boy, I sure did haggardly modify this oil sump. You know, I'm gonna have to do some more research about that, because the more and more I think about it, I feel like it fucks with the way that it picks up the oil. Because it's looking for a certain back pressure or volume or something coming from the stock hole. I don't know if it would make the pressure increase more, or I don't know what the reasoning behind doing this is, but I did it on my buddy's SR that I last built, I think, too. And I think his looks a little bit better than this one. But if anything, I would think the better idea, instead of cutting slits, you can't really see how I do it, but I'll show you guys in a second. Hold on. Get this last screw. Alright, so let's see. Basically, if you look right there, I kind of cut the hole bigger and made it wider. But now I'm kind of thinking it would make more sense if you cut slices this way off of it and made it more of a circle hole, but not as high up, so it's still lower in the oil. See what I'm saying? Anyway, there goes the baffle plate. Man, doesn't look too crazy. Got a couple bolts right here for my oil pump, and it's out. It's supposed to be simple. Woo! I knocked that wing right off. Come on, man, give me somewhere good to pry this son of a bitch from. Hammer. Trusty piece of wood. Why? Why you no come out? It's so close. It hits over there. I think it's because I got the bolt in here still. What are the odds? She's not giving me enough pivot room, I'm guessing. That should come out in that. Didn't really seem to help. Dang, I'm gonna have to take the pan off just to get the stupid oil pump cover off. Grr. Not what I was trying to do.